What's going on, team? Happy Sunday. So wanted to quickly shed light on some of the focus for the week. As of right now, if you have not paid attention to the NASDAQ futures during the overnight hours, NASDAQ as of right now is up 0.32%. Pretty much everything is in the green, even BTC. BTC finally ripping up to highs of 93,000. This is really not something that I want to trade against until direction is proven to maybe be overbought and we actually begin to see some retracement. As of right now, the market has every reason to react in a positive way. And I think it would be in everyone's best interest to probably just work with it instead of against it. That's going to be my focus for Monday once the market opens. When I go live with my LPP team, again, if you want to tune on in, it's the second link in the description down below. Our focus is going to be quite simple for NASDAQ. NASDAQ is up as of right now 0.33%. Let's say if markets were to open right now. Okay, well, what would my focus be? As of right now, as you see, markets have gapped up. Now we're seeing a lot of consolidation. I want to see, is there going to be continuation onto the upside? Or is it going to be profit taking and then some type of correction into the downside? In that sense, then I can get a better understanding of, do I want to go long and do I want to go short? Well, what is my focus for this week? Well, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. As many of you guys know, with the news that has happened over the weekend of the Venezuelan president being taken into custody. It says Justin, crude oil prices fall following the U.S. capture of Nicolas Maduro. So we see a really sharp retracement. Following that, I thought this was very well said. This is the natural gas sell-off that's going on. Obviously, Venezuela is very rich in specific resources. There is no question that there is an incentive for the U.S. to have done what they did. With that being said, in my opinion, and that's all it is, it's better us than China and Russia. If you don't agree with that, then again, you're entitled to your opinion, and I respect it to that degree. But other than that, it's, markets are reacting. Venezuela was one of the richest when it came down to oil itself. So now markets are reacting, and maybe we can get very cheap oil. Is this a great time to be buying oil at cheap prices as markets begin to retrace? Is this an overreaction, or is this the beginning of a more consistent sell-off both in natural gas and in oil? I would encourage you, if this is an avenue that you want to learn more about, there are a lot of oil and natural gas ETFs, inverse as well. So if you don't like shorting, you can just jump into the inverse ETF that go up when these sectors go down. At least with this, as you can kind of keep up with the news, and depending if oil prices or natural gas prices continue to go up or down, you can determine what you want to go long or go long on, depending if it's an inverse ETF or a bull ETF, accordingly, right? But the thing that I found to be pretty interesting is there it is. Natural gas prices are down 6% just 15 minutes after futures opened for the first time since Maduro was captured. And oil prices are back to $57 a barrel and nearing their lowest level since 2021. In just about all major escalations of geopolitical tensions, with oil producing countries, energy prices typically rise. Why is this time different? Because U.S. is taking control of Venezuela and is set to bring more oil and natural gas supplies to the market. The market knows this, and that's what the weekend events will ultimately result in, this opposite of a supply distribution. Obviously, if the U.S., I'm not saying they will, but if they just begin to dump natural gas and oil from Venezuela into the market, that will drastically drop or increase the supply, and again, by demand staying roughly the same, bring prices down. When there's a surplus of supply and the same demand, then again, prices will adjust. The part that I want to look a little bit more into myself is that, just like they stated, this is what I really want to focus on. Oil prices are back below $57 a barrel, nearing the lowest level since 2021. Would this be a good time to invest into oil? Because historically speaking, it's relatively pretty low. Again, it's food for thought, something that I want to learn more about and something that I want to entertain. Obviously, investing in oil based off of the series of events that just unfolded and might continue to unfold probably isn't going to be the best investment in the short term, But like I said, an investment has a different timeline, right? When it comes down to trading, there's no questions based off of how the markets are reacting. There are specific commodities that go up when things like this happen, but of course, specific commodities that are going down. And is this an overreaction? Another question to ask myself. Are we going to get continuation into the downside for oil and natural gas, or is this an overreaction? Markets will bottom, and maybe a good trade of a recovery or V-shaped recovery might present itself. This is why our focus for our LPP live trading session tomorrow is going to be that. How is oil and natural gas trading? Is there continuation or a reversal? And based off of that, from what we learned, because no one can predict, right? Based off of that, hopefully we can make a more informed decision to either go long or short, depending on the market's sense of direction and reaction. Other than that, I wanted to share the news. Elon Musk, Starlink activates free internet in Venezuela until February 3rd, 2026. I thought that was pretty cool. Obviously, I've said a lot of not negative things about Elon. I love Elon, but Tesla, in my opinion, is way overvalued based off of its fundamentals. The company itself is not producing as much revenue as it once was, and it's no longer a growing business. Nonetheless, it's performing at one of the highest levels that it has ever in its life before. But again, although I can talk about the negative when it comes down to Tesla's valuation, that's completely different about or from Elon Musk's action. I thought this was really cool, and I thought it was something worth sharing. With that being said, I know some of you are asking, well, Ricky, what are some actual companies, ETFs that I should probably watch and look into? I just wanted to share this with you. Excuse the meme. I got this off of Twitter and or X.com, and as you know, they always have very outlandish images on that. Nonetheless, these were a list of tickers that were posted that are more energy-based businesses, petroleum companies, Chevron, energy companies. I thought that, again, if this is something that you want to learn more about and individually look into, then again, maybe this can be a kind of like foundation in which you can kind of build off of based off of your interest, if this is actually a sector that you want to invest in or trade in. So again, overall, markets did gap up. Overall markets are in the green. Even MSTR just last week on Friday was at 52-week lows, if I'm not mistaken, right? It was close to 52-week lows. It just made new lows. Huge gap up 4.79%. I'm not going to lie to you. As long as Bitcoin continues to hold, I want to stand off of MSTR and let it rip up. But if markets overreacted and then begin to correct themselves, so if Bitcoin also begins to fall, that then presents an overbought reversal and a potential, short opportunity to open up short and buy to cover back at lower levels. But it's all based off of, hey, are we going to get continuation once the markets open tomorrow, or are we going to get rejection, enough profit taking that it leads to some selling pressure? That is what I'm excited to figure out. Again, there's no reason to try to predict. None of us can predict the future, but we can all prepare based off of where we find interest. For me, it's like MSTR and natural gas and oil as of right now, and then asking myself, hey, are we going to see continuation or profit taking? And then based off of that, hopefully you can make a more informed decision where to go with the market. So again, I appreciate you guys' time. I hope to see you for tomorrow's live trading session. I want to invite you. We have members that joined back in 2018 that still watch it today. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access. We have a really big discount for you. If you want to join us, it's the second link in the description down below. Appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.